Mr. Shaw, tell us about Internet of Things principle and framework in your book.
Right. The first part of the book, the book's titled Principles, Practices, and Solutions for the Internet of Things. And so the first part of the book, what I'm really trying to do is create a framework that, let's say, the non-technologist can understand technology and appreciate both, let's call it, where we are today, as well as what are the potential new things that are going to happen in the future that will reshape this from a technological point of view. So the framework has 5 different components. What are the things? How are things connected? What can you do, or what do you do to collect data from those things? What can you learn from them? And finally, what would you do with that? So let me touch on each of those. So in the world of things, when I say things, I'm not particularly focused on consumer things like Fitbits or Apple Watches or things like that. We're talking about combine harvesters, wind turbines, coal mining machines, all those kind of machines. And in particular, we're going to focus in the book on the hardware and software component of those things. Talk a little about what the core hardware pieces are, as well as what the core software pieces are. And what you'll see right now is it's pretty unsophisticated, and we talk a little about what a future stack might look like for those things, okay? Now, once you move beyond things, talk about connecting those things. Well, in the world of what I call the Internet of People, most of what we've been doing is 3G, 4G, some 5G, Wi-Fi, and we're all pretty happy with that. Done. But one of the things that's very clear is things can be where people aren't. In your stomach, bottom of a coal mine, lots of different places. And so there are a whole new set of communication technologies that are appropriate to this that will have different data rates, different distances, and different power requirements. Third, learning, or collection, excuse me. Today, really what we're doing to collect data is SQL databases, Teradata implementations, things like this. But one of the things that we've seen is that, and there's an example in the book of a large oil drilling rig that has 40,000 sensors on it, 40,000. And you ask them, well, what are you doing with all that data? And they go, well, most of it's digital exhaust. And so that's an expression for it's just going into the air. They're not doing anything with it. And I think one of the challenges is because people can compute how much it would cost to collect such enormous amount of data in the traditional way, unless they have a good answer for what they're going to do with it, they won't collect it. And so that brings us to what are you going to learn from, how can you analyze that? Today people are attempting to use a lot of traditional IOP technologies, visualization, business analysis type of mechanisms. But in the future, I believe we're going to start to see people using machine intelligence, artificial intelligence. Technologies that have been used to recognize speech can also be used to recognize things, what things are saying to us, which will bring us to what do we do differently from a business point of view for people who build machines as well as people who use machines. This will engender a whole new generation of middleware, in my opinion, as well as a new generation of applications. So this whole portion of the book, for the technologists, it's going to seem pretty rudimentary, but I think for all of you who are not that, business school students, etc., this could really be a way for you to understand the essentials of an IoT technology stack.